Hello, and welcome back to Doomed. Solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. I am very excited to be back. I am very excited to be here, because today, on Doomed, we are once again doing that most fated of things. We are, once again, attempting to get our investigator through the end of a campaign. Now, if you're familiar with Doomed, you'll know that this is not always... and puns. Hi, Saren. Hi, hello to Crosshair. And to everyone else who's watching here, if you're watching the VOD, thank you very much. It is much appreciated. You can jump down below for the time code where we get into the action itself. I usually do that around the time I draw my opening hand. And then I say the title of the stream, so you know it's good. Yes. And Cthulhu is here as well. Hello, Cthulhu. Good evening and welcome to Doomed. As I was just saying, if you're familiar at all with Doomed, you'll know that we don't... well, we usually live up to our name. The investigators don't always make it to the finale of a campaign, although I will admit that has gotten a little bit better in recent years. I still reminisce very fondly. I used to record when I did a stream for my first campaign, and then I recorded Dunwich when I did Dunwich with Zoe, which was a terrible deck and a terrible luck, and everything was awful except that one Elder Sign, which was awesome. But anyway, whatever. It was a nightmare, and I used to record them rather than stream them because I could record a couple scenarios at once, have a cup of coffee, and it was lovely. But I much prefer this. I much prefer hanging out with y'alls. Ooh, 0000. Nice. What's the password? 1. No, that's not right. But I all that to be said, I am very excited to be here tonight because, yeah, that Cthulhu is correct. Zoe made it to the bottom of the hill. You mean the top, Scott? No, I do not. I had forgotten, of course, I wasn't playing Return to Dunwich at the time, if I recall correctly. And as near as I remember, in Dunwich, in that scenario, where Doom awaits, or whatever it's called, I can't remember what it's called, you have to investigate. And Zoe has 2 intellect. I didn't have any boosts. I had keen eye. It was a disaster. It was just awful. Hills had eyes and bottoms. Thelia! Hello! Welcome to Doomed. I hope you're doing well. Are you settling in well at your new place? This is the kind of hard-hitting questions you come to Doomed for. But I play a bucket. Oh, hi, Ripley. Ah, boy. Yeah, it's a little phasey, eh? Crosshair. Oh God, Cthulhu rather. Hang on, I can fix this. I was fixing it pre-stream, and I can do better. Let's make it. Whoa, you didn't see that. That's going to be a little bit better. Oh, yeah, I know, Crosshair, I know, and now it's a little green behind me. Anyway, it's all good. It doesn't matter. You're not here to see me. You're here to see Doomed, baby. Doomed. Telia. Doing good. Cut your hair. Cut your haircut. Had your haircut and had a D&D game later. Wow. Thelia, those are both great things. Reminds me of that old riddle about the barber. But, whatever. How does a haircutter cut their own hair? You go and get someone else to do it for you, obviously. Fabu. In a D&D game, Delia, do you have a usual group? Do you play every kind of couple weeks? Is it like a consistent thing, or is it a when everyone gets together thing? Crosshair, I do... Did I say something like that? I really hope not. Oh God. Is that what I said? Does it... Crosshair, I do not disagree. We will have to see when exactly that is to start, my friend. We will see when the next campaign of Doomed is coming, but it is going to be an exciting one. Did I say Kima? I hope not. Okay. Jeez. Right. As always, we'll do a little catch-up. Where did we leave our good archaeologist Monterey Jack, and where is he going next? The story so far. Monterey Jack, archaeologist extraordinaire, the Indiana Jones of the Arkham world, if you will, has ventured to Antarctica with a research expedition. He's hoping, against hope, to find any information he can about the murder of his father, and also perhaps to find some artifacts relating to this ancient alien civilization, so he can take them back and sell them in Arkham, because he's kind of the worst. Oh, you play once a month? Oh, lovely. Lovely, Thelia. That's good. That's the way to do it. The best thing we ever did on RPG Clinic was commit to, because we were doing every 2 weeks, but it was a commitment, and then we made it once a week because we were having so much fun. It's the best thing we ever did for our gaming. Now, obviously, we stream our games, so not all of our games, but we stream them, and that's, it's a whole different kettle of fish, for sure. But the consistency of it, going, yep, we're playing a campaign, it's every week, you have to be there. If you can't, you have to be there. If you can't be there, you work it out with the storyteller. But it's by default, we're there, rather than the other way around, Okay. Monterey Jack, what has he found so far? I think he's found a little bit of information in regards to this strange miasma, this strange kind of murky fog that exists under the ice in Antarctica. It seems to be able to tap into people's memories and subconscious, but what is it? Nobody seems to know. They made it up the Mountains of Madness, over the Mountains of Madness, through the City of the Elder Things, and down beneath the ice into, to a gate, a massive gate that is holding back this strange creature thing. Ohio Phil. Ohio Phil? Yeah, I feel ya, Thelia. I feel ya. This past week's been very busy for me with #secret project. I did this, but I meant this. #secret. Oh, hi. Oh, Phil D's nuts. Oh, feel these nuts. I was like, Phil. I mean, I guess either way. Well, here we are in the Heart of Madness Part 2. Monterey and co. decided to set out and reconnoiter. Is that the anglicized version of that word? Reconnaissance? They scouted around the gate in this massive underground facility. They found several large sort of artifacts, seals that fit in the door. He managed to activate 4 of the 5 before having to retreat from the oncoming beasts, and unfortunately was pulled through. That's where we left ourselves off here. So let's go and have a look at where we started. I had 4 XP. I spent it. Unfortunately, not on particularly exciting things. What are you gonna do? Peaches. What am I doing? Right, set up from scratch. Oh, wait, whoa. What am I doing? Here we go. The facility... Is this where we left off? Yes, there was a checkpoint. We got pulled through. The facility is... The facility... There we go. The facility is even older and stranger beyond the threshold of the ancient gateway. Who knows how many eons this place has slept undisturbed while the earth changed and developed on the other side. Perhaps it would have remained so forever had the site not been disturbed. But it's too late to change the past. All you can do now is work to prevent a terrible future. Dim luminescence fills the eerie halls, powered by some form of advanced energy, like electricity. Behind you, a kaleidoscopic wall of miasma stitches itself together to block your escape. Damn it. You are trapped here, perhaps forever. A web of expansive halls extend outwards from the gateway, carved from smooth stone and covered in ancient murals and alien hieroglyphs. The air here feels thinner. The light bends and oscillates, distorting your vision like an optical illusion. Is this reality? Or a mirage? That does sound like something I'd say, reading. Hi, reading. Welcome to Doomed. Your party studies the murals along the walls for many hours. They depict an ancient, unfamiliar history, an alternative history of Earth. A very different history than any you could have possibly imagined. You prefer your peaches to be fresh? Mm-hmm. Oh, Ellie Spawn, hello, you're just in time. I was just Thelia. Don't worry about it. Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. We're just about to start our finale here, The Heart of Madness, Part 2. Very quick story sum up here. Oh, dad joke before you start. Yeah. What do you call a cheese that turns you to stone? Gorgonzola. It's pretty good reading. All right, reading. All right, you get your wit back, reading. Oh, reading. Was it you who wanted the various commands? I believe we have hydrate and posture checks that can be redeemed. Exclamation mark hydrate, exclamation mark posture. I think they're 100 each, 100 points each. And exclamation mark lurk, which is free. You're gonna get Emmental. Oh boy. Oh boy, we're going full cheese, everybody. Oh god. Yay! They work! Oh, and exclamation mark SO, and then a username, which is to shout them out. Oh, but I think that's just for moderators. Yay! I did a thing, and I did it right! Oh, Elliespot was... Oh, Elliespot, I was supposed to check the Discord. I thought there was, wasn't there... Maybe there was a post about your child? I'm gonna find it. Did I miss it? I'll find it. Oh my god, is it here? Yay! Oh my goodness gracious, I'm gonna look at that later. Oh my goodness gracious! Oh, sorry, Crosshair. Crosshair. I'm gonna have to edit that one. Just remind me to do that later. That's wrong. I wrote it wrong. All these quotes make me want to shoot my whoop, shoot my shoot. Oh, sculpted buttocks. Oh, yeah. Sorry, reading. I'll fix that. Don't worry. It's Bebe going for the laptop. Oh, I'm gonna watch it later. Thank you. All right. Classic. Quick sum up, right? Monterey Jack, the archaeologist, went on his ill-fated expedition to Antarctica to find out what happened to his father and to discover ancient alien civilizations beyond the Mountains of Madness. He had to take out some loans from various strange Arkham loan sharks. It's been very bad for him, but he has discovered part of himself. He's discovered some of his true strength as they ventured up and over the mountains, through the city of the Elder Things, and down beneath the earth to the Gate of Iqua. The gate that holds back a strange force that could destroy all life as we know it. Exclamation mark rubles. Oh, that's 69? Huh. Lame. Oh well. And we're just reading our intro, so I'm gonna get back to it. Oh, check the campaign log. If Dr. Kensler is still alive, nope, and Dr. Kensler understands the true nature of the miasma. That sounds exciting, but she did. How tragique. Tragique. C'est chic. That's fine, Crosshair. You can glean only a fraction of the truth hidden within these ancient murals, but what you discover is almost too impossible to believe. When the Elder Things came to Earth over 1 billion years ago, they colonized not just Antarctica, but the entirety of the planet. And when they did, this place, and the entity that dwells within, was already here. They built their complex around it to study the primordial being within, to greater understand it. No, it's not English. What is that? To better understand it, and in doing so, attracted forces beyond even their own ken. The gateway and its seals were constructed to contain it, but ages of disrepair have left it weak and ineffective. You suspect it was the presence of intelligent life on Antarctica, the humans who began to explore its long-dead peaks and icy plains, that stirred the entity within. These are good. The murals tell of the facility's structure of 5 pylons. Oh, that does make sense, Saren. 5 pylons created not only to contain the creature's essence, but to power the whole of the Elder Things civilization. You can only imagine that destroying these pylons would reduce the entire compound, perhaps even the entirety of the mountain it is built beneath, to rubble. You don't know if you can truly destroy or contain this nameless horror, but you have no choice but to try. If it continues to escape, the very concept of reality will be rewritten to its whim. There will be nothing left but the mirage. Nothing... Well, it's a good question. Nothing left but... There we go. Nothing left but twisted, horrid imagination. A nightmare from which there is no awakening. Record the truth of the mirage eludes you. The truth of the mirage eludes us. I'm not sure if we have that many quotes, Cthulhu. Wait a second. Yeah, we only got, I think, to 1,000. Well, we're almost at 1,100 now. Damn. No leet quote yet. Proceed to setup. So, we can take one person with us. Then there's, you know, scenario setup. Ah, Mirage. Or Mirage, I guess. Alright, well, we're not taking Dyer. Look at this guy. He's basically dead. Elia also got pretty messed up last time. Okay. We were pulled behind a giant gate into the innermost heart of the innermost heart of the facility. Where the murals tell us that there are 5 pylons that power the whole civilization. Who are we taking? Saren does make a good point. Are we taking... Oh, here. Fuck it, I'm putting it to a vote. Y'all's... Who are we taking? Because if y'all's want to take... If y'all's want to take, Dyer, that's fine by me. Professor Dyer. Hang on, just give me 2 seconds, and we'll be able to vote on this momentarily. In a moment, you'll be able to vote with exclamation mark vote 0 through 4. And Dr. Sinha, the doctor. There we go. And because there's only 5 of them left, baby. Oh, I should go with a resolute one, shouldn't I? Elia, Dyer, and Avery are all... Actually, I'll put them that way. Those are the... They should be on top, so to speak. Let's move them up. These are the resolute ones at the top. Oh, great question, Saren. While everybody else votes, I will tell you. Dr. Mala Sinha can heal damage, because she's a doctor. Professor Dyer can heal horror, but he can do it more efficiently than Dr. Mala Sinha, but he's more at risk of being driven insane. That's not, you know, it's not the worst. It's not great. Rold, the explorer, can basically remove problematic treacheries from our location. So if we get stuck in a snowstorm or something, he can help. Avery can cancel frost tokens, which are bad stuff tokens. Pretty nice, pretty nice. And Elia, the dog handler, can help us evade and move more quickly. Now, we already do that pretty well, but he's got dogs. This is pretty cool. Uh-oh. Ooh. I probably should have them in the order in which I told you, in which I said they, there we go. Now they're in the correct order. Now let's Saren's vote, if Saren has a thought. Just because those are the ones I've got here. I like the art on these cards. It's like quite nice and understated, to be honest. I love this. Well, well, well. If it isn't... Oh! Shit, sorry, Thelia. Now, that actually does make it a tie. Whoops. Sorry, Thelia. I cut you off there. But, I'm gonna flip a coin. No, I'm not. I'm gonna take Avery. Avery was the first person we ever... the second person we ever took. He was the second person we ever took along with us. So he has a reaction when you reveal a frost token during a skill test, you can exhaust him to cancel that token and then either spend a supply from him or reveal a new token. So he has 3 uses where I just cancel it fully, and that's pretty sweet. Okay. Let's have a look at setup, shall we? I think 3? Oh, let's find out. 3 frost tokens. Oh, and I have to change what these are all. Oh, no. Yeah, they're still the same numbers. Not bad. Ooh, crosshair. That sounds nice. Reading, you and me both. But that's how I like it here on Doomed. Oh, man, Cookie, that was disastrous. I forgot about that. Ugh, my fellow comrades. You're there in the mist, aren't you? Okay. Scenario setup. Blah, 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 blah. Gather all the cards from the thing, build the agenda deck. That's fine, that'll be fine. We're on the Gate of Iqua. Take the 5 mist pylon locations and the 10 remaining ancient facility locations, shuffle them together, put them into play at random using the same map as in part 1. Except 5 of them will be mist pylons. If the 5 locations in the innermost ring are mist pylons, start this process over, fine. There are 5 spokes, 3 rings. The lead investigator chooses an ancient facility location nearest to the Gate of Iqua. You begin play at that location. Interesting. So, it's a happy man, is what I recall. I think it'll be okay, Crosshair. I mean, we'll see, right? Whoa. I shuffled these, didn't I? It said if all 5 in the innermost rings are mist pylons, start over, but they're not. That's fine. And then I choose an ancient facility nearest to the gate and choose that one. Okay, so there's mist. Oh, well, that's interesting. 1, 2, 3 mist pylons in a row or in a spoke. 1 over here on the far left, and 1 at the top here. Ah. Further down. Well, we'll start here, which is still on the left, but close to the mist pylons that we probably want to go visit. Yeah, basically. Ooh, I definitely don't have that kind of stat line. Good lord. Okay. Let's see what else it says here. Set the following cards aside. Fine. If you played part 1, check the Heart of Darkness section. Place each of the 5 seal tokens as follows. Check which seals are drawn under seals placed. Those are the 4 that we got and managed to put down on the gate. Choose an investigator to take control of that seal, those seals, activated side face up. Great. Check which seals are drawn under... Oh yeah, exactly, Crosshair, no worries. Check which seals are drawn under seals recovered. That would be the last one, but we didn't recover it because we didn't have it on us at the time that we ended the investigation. Remove each other seal from the game. That's interesting. Okay, so we're removing the... Okay, so we start with all 4 of these guys. Which was... I'm not going to remember them. This was Danforth... Fuck. There was Danforth, Kensler, Cookie. One of them was a cookie. Wasn't one of them a cookie? This is C for cookie. And, the... whatever her name was? Chikata? Yeah. Okay. So, we certainly did a good job. We got... It's a Euclidean space. Ooh. Yeah. Check which seals are drawn under seals placed. For each one, choose an investigator to take control of that seal activated side face up. The fork. And then, cookie. Okay. If you did not play part 1, remove them from the game. Fine. Shuffle each. Tekali weaknesses. You're now ready to begin. Great. My friends, good luck. Have fun. Let's read our agenda. Let's read our act. Let's find out what we need to do here at the gate of Iqua. Agenda 4A. The seal weakens. Miasma has completely consumed this part of the facility. Sure. The walls... So that's what I think of when I think of miasma. It's like a sludge. I think of it as a fog more, but that looks more like a sludge to me on the art here. The walls and ceiling are drip with polychromatic ooze. Polar mist swirls through the halls, and the air shimmers with the insubstantial quality of a mirage. What manner of power is this, and how can you possibly hope to destroy it? 3, Doom. Not great. You would say that, Velia. Act 3A, collapse the pylons. 5 pylons hold this facility together. Your only hope is to destroy them, and everything else. Each revealed mist pylon can be attacked as if it were an enemy. Its fight value is equal to its shroud, because it's a location, that makes sense, and its health is equal to its clue value. While it has no health remaining, it is collapsed. It remains in play. Reaction: when you discover one or more clues at a mist pylon, spend those clues to deal that much damage to mist pylon. Objective: at the end of the... Oh, Cthulhu's so gross, but so true. At the end of the round, if each mist pylon is collapsed, advance this act. Okay. I think these I think these activated seals are going to let us smash the pylon quickly. So that's 4 out of 5, which is pretty good. Yeah. I'm with Thelia on this one. It's true. Okay. All right, Monterey. Other apertures were undoubtedly connected with bygone mechanical facilities, heating, lighting, and the like, of the sort suggested in many of the carvings. Ceilings tended to be plain, but had sometimes been inlaid with green soapstone or other tiles, mostly fallen now. Oh! As an additional cost for you to enter Mist Pylon, you have to spend a clue. Boo! In the whole spectacle, there was a persistent, pervasive hint of stupendous secrecy and potential revelation, as if these stark nightmare spires marked the pylons of a frightful gateway. Correct, Crosshair. The act is... No, me too. Hell yeah. The act is destroy the mist pylons. You can fight them, or when you discover clues there, you can immediately spend them to deal damage to them. So, basically, you can, like, find clues and then throw them at the thing to blow them up, or you can punch them. If you're like if you had a big gun, you could just shoot them. Or you could, like, discover their weakness and collapse them. Ah! The Gate of Iqua also says, the Black Pit, the Carven Rim, the Proto-Shoggoths, the windowless solids with 5 dimensions, the Nameless Cylinder, the Elder Pharos, the Primal White Jelly, the Wings, the Eyes in Darkness, the Moon Ladder, the Original, the Eternal, the Undying. It says, a wall of churning miasma blocks the ancient gateway. Investigators and enemies cannot enter the Gate of Iqua. The Gate of Iqua cannot have attachments. So we can't go there. So this is an X'd out, basically. What you selling, Willis? And we need clues to get into the mist pylons. So I'm hoping I start somewhere with clues. I think it's about time. My friends... Music? Music still going? Yes. Just a quiet song. Don't worry, it's just a quiet song. Cut down a tree with a minigun. That sounds pretty awesome. I love Mythos Busters. I'm a drawn to the Flame fan myself. Let's draw our opening hand here. Let's get doomed. Whoa! Okay. Let's see. So, we love Chrissy Chris. Even when I dream of you, chicka choo choo. Oh, God, reading. Yeah. I was wondering about that reading. Okay, well, we don't want cryptic writings. We don't need slip away. There's no enemies. I don't even think we want the radio. Although I could radio Dyer and Mala and heal myself. Where Cthulhu? So, oh man, sorry. Oh man, my chat isn't scrolling down with everybody, which is quite annoying. Let's see. On the charisma, yes indeed. There he is. Good old Charlie Kane. Oh, yeah, Thelia. No, for sure. I was wondering, but I was like, I'm sure they've done that. They've got like 200 episodes. I'm sure it's fine. I do like money, and I do like extra radios, but I don't think I want spare parts. I think I want the radio and I can heal myself right away, and I'll keep Milan and I'll draw 3. Okay. Shanae! Woo! Okay. Let's have a look. Ah! Exactly, Crosshair. Oh, we've got all of our friends. When Jack awakens from having been hurled, or pulled rather, through the gate, there is a grumbling, groaning sound, as if a massive beast is stretching all of its limbs simultaneously. He shudders and looks down. Ha ha! You're the pee-pee. Ugh, Crosshair. He looks down past the edge of the stone ridge on which he is lying and sees a multitude of what could maybe be eyes blinking back up at him. He scrambles upwards to a standing position and gets ready to find his way forward. If the murals are to be believed... Oh no, I guess he woke up and they looked at the murals for a bunch of time. Anyway, and then they went into the protoplasmic pool. Whatever. He looked down over the edge and saw some eyes and it was terrifying. If the murals are to be believed, the entire facility is powered by 5 pylons. Now, Jack is no scientist, but he has some training, and there are some scientists still left here. Only a few. Perhaps there is some way for them to destroy these mist pylons. Oh, that'd be nice. Oh, it'd be so nice for him to have a little date. I think he's gonna call Genet Beauregard himself. Whoops. Genet, of course, places a hand on Jack's shoulder and nods. We can do this, Jack. We don't know how these pylons work, but if they're powered, then there must be some way of uncoupling their power. There must be some way to destroy them. And then the facility can be collapsed, trapping whatever this entity is here forever. Chip and Dale! We're going to also, Jack feels in his pocket and thankfully, still has his radio. Thought it was broken, but it was just damaged. Hey, whoa, Cthulhu, whoa. Look, Milan gets him some money for the date, but he's already got the relationship with Genet, Right away, I'm going to use small radio and spend a supply to heal to Horror, calling Professor William Dyer on the phone. Then, with our last action, we're going to leave this place. And move down to this ancient facility, bringing with us the clue. Oh, after you move to a location. Ugh! It's after I move. I'm not bringing the clue. I'm not looking at the clue. Because it's a higher shroud location. Although, Janae can move a clue from a connecting location to your location or vice versa. Whoop! I'm going to toss one back there. Yeah! The Library of Kosh. Jack and Janae venture out into the myriad halls that span across this massive facility and find themselves in another large room filled with row upon row of obelisks carved in minute writing and runes. This is some sort of library, he theorizes, much like the other one on the other side. Oh, me too, Saren. I love a good umlaut, and you can quote me on that. So I'm using Janae to throw the clue off of library back to protoplasmic pool. At the end of my turn, I started one location away, so I'll gain a resource. And then I have 4 activated seals. Cthulhu. So I could action, test intellect 3, spend a clue. Oh no, I can't do that because they're already activated. So it wouldn't change the game state. And then it says, then look at the revealed side. I guess spending a clue changes the game state. It does, doesn't it, Crosshair? Ooh. It sounds happy too. Ooh. I mean, that's what it sounds like in my mind. Yeah. Good. That's it. Upkeep. Avery is mapping out all of the possible exits from this location, scribbling furiously in a small notebook he keeps on hand. We go to 1 out of 3 doom. Jack stumbles back to... Yeah! That's what I like to hear, Thelia. Jack stumbles back towards Janae and shakes his head. If there is anything in here on how to power down the pylons, it'll take years to find it. She nods. I think it's best we do it on the job, right? The madness within. Uh-oh. Test will 4. For each point you fail by, shuffle the top card of the Tekalili deck into your deck. Fuck it. I say fuck it. Let's go for it. Reaching out and touching one of the massive obelisks in this library, visions of all of the companions that he's lost flit through Jack's mind, and he begins to weep. I'm testing 1 to 4, baby. Oh my god, it's a frost token. No need to cancel that. Actually, I guess I could, eh? Well, it doesn't. Actually, does matter. I'll exhaust him. I'm not going to spend a supply, so I'll cancel it. Then you must either reveal... It doesn't say return it to the bag, so I will reveal a new token. Okay, well, that's just the same. That's fine. Doesn't matter. So I failed by 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 Tekalilis. Mala... Did I spend an action for the radio? Dekalilili. You may trigger abilities on assets from the expedition team that are not in play. Instead of paying their non-action costs. Okay, so it still costs an action to heal 2 damage, so I won't do it right now. Jack shudders as visions of his lost companions flit through his mind, and a single tear rolls down his cheek. There must be some way for him to avenge them. There must be some way to destroy this place. Oh, what am I doing? Let's fucking get... Whoa! Let's get Milan out as well. Hell yeah! I don't care about money. We go up to 6 intellect. Dr. Milan looks up from trying to translate one of the obelisks and shakes his head. It's not worthwhile. We'll have to just find another way, he says. No. Don't worry about it, Crosshair. We're good. I'm not too worried. So first action, we're going to move back to the protoplasmic pool. Sorry, that was a second action. Third action, I guess we're going to investigate here. 6 to 4. Great. Get a resource, and I'll take a single clue. Still good. I think it was a 0. Did I just I don't remember what I drew now. I'll take a resource because I'm one location away. Jack and his sort of small team ventures back towards the protoplasmic pool and peers down over the edge. I do agree with that, Cthulhu. I don't think Jack's in, like, great shape, but, like, you know, dude's pretty action heavy. Exactly. NBD crosshair. Ooh, jeez. Exclamation mark posture, Thelia. Thank you. Blah. Yerg. I'm stretching. Thank you. The beast that dwells within this pool is part of a larger organism. Perhaps Jack can find some way to extract knowledge from it. He can't question the beast. He can't speak to it. And he certainly won't be able to sort of mind meld with it, but what if there was some knowledge that it possessed? What if the miasma in this place, if it can feed on his memories, perhaps he can feed on its memories? Let's move on to upkeep. Takata's Cash. You'll love to see it. There's a free trigger window during skill tests, so we'll do that. So we go to 2 out of 3 Doom. We've got some nice, good starts. And we draw the fucking penguin. Well, well, well. Well, 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 if it isn't the eyeless penguin. The absolutely horrible beast that I've been watching this whole time with its myriad sharp teeth and its white eyes. Janae taps Jack on the shoulder and he whirls around. She motions towards the door where moments before there had been nothing, and now almost a wall of the creatures towering in the doorway, watching. Not moving, but watching. Penguin! Penguin! So unfortunately, leaving here costs an action, which is super annoying, but it is what it is. I could throw the shortcut down here, but, like, how would I do that? I'm just gonna get the hell out of here. Let's Takata's Cash, which is 3 resources and a card fast. Whoop! Tekalili. Lose 2 resources. Ah! As Jack reaches down into his pocket. As Jack reaches into his pocket to, to retrieve a length of rope to be able to descend towards the beast in the pit. He realizes that he is fast running out of just about everything. Provisions, certainly, but even things like rope, twine, ammunition for their weapons, lighter fluid and kerosene rather, for their lamps. Everything is dwindling at a rate which is inconceivable. Is the miasma somehow taking it away from them? That's fast. We want the clue, and then we're going to get the hell out of here. That's what we're going to do. Or, better, we'll move the clue onto the mist pylon. That seems like a good shout, right? It's 2 actions, and then I'll use it's after. So I'll move, spending a clue, to get into this mist pylon. Are they actually, Thelia? Whoop! And I'll move the clue with Janae Beauregard. That's so funny, Thelia. Oh, I could have also moved the penguin, I suppose. Yeah, well. That's only when you move in or out. That's really cool, Thelia. Yeah, they would be, right? Really warm, I imagine. Let's have a look here. This is a mist pylon. It says free trigger, if you control the C with a dot seal, and it is activated, you unleash the seal's power. Place the whatever seal on the mist pylon for the remainder of the game. Each time you deal damage to a mist pylon, deal an additional damage. Nice. So this mist pylon can be fought. It has a 1 combat and 4 health. Because it has a 4 clue value. It's not the number of clues on it, it's the value of the clues on it. No, I thought I had that seal. Woo! 24,000 BTU! I didn't Cthulhu, but I... Huh, you're right. I didn't even play a card, I just played Takata's Cash. You're right. Thank you very much. Yeah, shitty, eh, Crosshair? Alright, fine. Well, I can't unleash this seal's power, but my god, I'm gonna get me some clues here. Let's investigate at 6 to 1, please. That's a... No, hang on. I don't need to do this. I'm gonna use Avery if I draw a second one. Jack stalks around the outside of this strange... Well, let's look at it again, shall we? We're in the middle of a skill test, I know. Ice crystals explode upwards from the floor and from the ceiling, containing within them a beam of pure energy and miasma, strange small tentacles reaching out from within. This must be one of these mist pylons, but what is its purpose? Is it dangerous? It seems to contain a huge amount of energy. Could it be touched? How can it be destroyed? How is it connected to the rest of the facility? Damn, Thelia, that's a lot. And I feel like heat-wise, you know, it's exponential to a certain extent, right? -1. So that's -2 total, but that's still a clue. I'll gain a resource with Milan. I don't get a clue. And I can immediately spend my clue to deal a damage to this mist pylon. Is that how that works? When you discover one or more clues, spend them to deal that much damage. Great. Oh, you know, I sell kerosene-fueled space heaters. Jack stalks around the edges looking for a way in. Perhaps if some of the crystals were destroyed, either on the top or the bottom, the energy would start to spill out into the surrounding region. Dangerous, perhaps, but... Yeah, it's cool, eh, Cthulhu? Dangerous, perhaps, but maybe it's the only way. So I moved once this turn, so I will draw a card. Nice, deduction, very good, and I'll upkeep into a watch this. And kerosene-fueled space heater accessories as we go to 3 Doom. Agenda 4B. It emerges. From the nameless depths at the very core of the earth, the miasma's true form emerges. It is a shapeless thing. Ah, how to heat your old house. Thelia, was the heating system that you had at the old place wasn't kind of working? You wanted additional kind of heating? I'm just curious. It is a shapeless thing. A creature of whirling mist and putrid ichor that screams and whispers and crawls and flies. It seeps through the walls and up from the ice. It is everywhere. It is everything. Spawn 1 set-aside copy of the Nameless Madness enemy at the mist pylon nearest to an investigator. Okay. Oh my god. There's a lot of them. We'll look at that momentarily. No, we'll look at it now. It might do something. Who knows? The Nameless Madness. The entity in the mirage. Ancient one. Eidolon. Elite. It has 1 per investigator health or combat and 1 per investigator evade. So just 1/1. That's good. You know, of course, reading. The Nameless Madness cannot take damage. Doesn't have any health. Alert. Massive. Retaliate. That's okay. Forced. After you successfully evade or attack the Nameless Madness, for each point you succeeded by, exhaust the nearest ready copy of the Nameless Madness. Interesting. There's only one right now. Uh-oh. I have a feeling this is going to get really bad really fast. It's massive, so it's in my region, but not sort of necessarily. It's engaged with me, but it just not in my threat area. Mm-hmm. Exactly, Crosshair. Well, as many as for each point you succeeded by. Yeah. Central air conditioner went out the day after we got it, and the compressor shorted out the day after we got it fixed. Thelia, absolute straight up bullshit. Oh boy, Cthulhu. Oh boy. You're not wrong. Check the campaign log. If the truth of the mirage eludes you. Sorry, I have to keep scrolling down on the chat window. Sorry, guys. You stare, dumbstruck, at the hideous phantasmagoria. The air shimmers with a dreamlike quality about its damnable form, an endless weave of intermingled nightmare and memory. The very sight of it drives you to your knees, sorry. It is the final truth. Reality was the mirage. All along. Each investigator searches their deck for each copy of Tekalili and draws them one at a time in a random order without placing them on the bottom of the Tekalili deck. After resolving all of them, shuffle each of them back into their bearer's deck. Those flashes of all the people he's lost, all the mistakes he's made, they are all in the miasma. He is confronted by them one by one. Now, thankfully, I already resolved one weakness, so we'll do these. I'm not going to look at them. We're going to draw them in a random order, and then we're going to put them back in my deck. Ha! Take a horror. Suck it, Milan. And lose 2 resources. Oh! God. Ew, boy. You really want me to have to deal with that offer I can't refuse, eh? Tekalili. This is Andy's. I'll wait. Agenda 5A. That which has no name. Tekalili! Screeching. Forced. When one or more doom would be put into play, if there are any copies of the Nameless Madness still set aside, instead, spawn one set-aside copy of the Nameless Madness at the location nearest to an investigator without a copy of that enemy that is connected to a location with a copy of that enemy. Let's parse that again, but I think I understand. When one or more doom would be put into play, spawn a set-aside copy of the Nameless Madness at the location which is closest to me, that doesn't have a copy of it, but that is connected to a location that has a copy of it, so it's spreading, right? At the end of the round, if all 15 copies of the Nameless Madness are in play and not every mist pylon is collapsed, advance this agenda. Oh, I see, Crosshair, yes. I haven't heard of, I haven't heard of Andy's Mints, Thelia. It's true, Saren. 1 horror and lose 2 resources. Not too worried about it. In fact, the lose 2 resources, if I spend all my money, doesn't do anything. If I'm all out, can't lose resources if you're all out of money. Jack doesn't have money here. You understand what I'm saying. Okay, well that sucks. The madness is spreading. The creature erupts forth from the mist pylon. Jack is forced to his knees and then tries to drive away from the creature. Look at this art. Look at this. Horrible. Oh, thanks, Ellie Spot. Be well, be safe, sleep well, talk soon. Oh, frackin' all right. Well, we know what we gotta do, right? Whoa, cats! Hi, what's going on here? Some very excitable cats. Okay, well. I wonder if I should be using this shortcut. So it goes on my location and then I can kind of free trigger move in and out, but probably more likely put it on the next one. We'll see. Oh, thanks, Cthulhu. I almost forgot. Delicious. Oh, sort of after 8 flavored almost. Blasphemous visions from within the thing that has no name. Shuffle the top card of the Tekalili deck into your deck without looking at it. Then put Blasphemous Visions into play in your threat area. Resolve the effects of each Tekalili weakness you draw an additional time. This is a no. Oh, please, Thelia, thank you. I'm not doing... Oh, I don't have a clue! Shit! I can't be forewarned. The mists came upon me so fast. No. Oh, maybe. Right, without looking at it. Well, Crosshair, that's a good question. Danforth is dead, so I'm not sure what I can do. I can heal myself with Dire. Horror, I mean. Yeah, Dire's gone. I mean, you'd think I could radio him from beyond the grave. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be passing my willpower check here, hey? So we have to start by evading this creature. Then we're going to get some clues, blow up this mist pylon, and then we're going to get the F out of here is what's going to happen. That's how we're going to do this. It does, Cthulhu. We just got to find it. Okay, well, this has one evade, so let's evade the creature. Seeing the beast formless thing emerge in front of him, Jack understands now that he is on a clock. This is the form of the ancient creature that has always dwelled on this earth, the thing that wishes to regain control over the earth, the thing that the Elder Things sealed away. And he is ready to destroy this place entirely. Excellent, Thelia. Thank you. I'm gonna look at it right now. Oh, gosh, that's so cute. Oh, yes. They look like little ice cream sandwiches. Delicious. Thanks, Celia. Let's evade. 6-1. Yep. So I passed by 2. So for each point you succeed by, I can exhaust the nearest ready copy, but there's only 1. And I evaded it. Whoop. Now, clues, baby. I'm going to investigate here with deduction. I'm committing deduction. So I'm 7-1. So again a -3. I'll get 2 clues. And I will immediately spend them to deal 2 damage to this pylon. Jack rushes forward, stepping... Okay, thanks, Crosshair, no problem. Stepping past and almost through the madness. As he rushes towards the mist pylon, it is clearly trying to defend its power source. Drawing his whip from his bag, he lashes out at the crystals around the base of the pylon, and they start to crack under the force of the cracking whip. He hopes this will be enough. Perhaps the fact that the pylons are focused is what is continuing the power draw. By unfocusing them, perhaps the energy will simply spill out everywhere. We're going to go one more time. I'm going to investigate at 6-1. Whoop, frost token. One more. Uh-oh. -3 if you fail. I didn't fail. Wait. No, I didn't fail. So -3, -1, -4. We'll get a clue, and we will once again immediately spend it to deal the last point of damage, quote-unquote, to this mist pylon. Another crack of the whip, and suddenly the crystal around the base of the mist pylon shatters, and, thankfully, Jack's hunch was right. It's not that this is a beam of electricity or water that simply sloshes out all over the floor. It's more like a liquid in a tube, blood perhaps, in an artery, being forced through by the pressure of the artery, by the constriction of it. Excuse me, Maximilian, I'm trying to stream. What are you doing? Get out of here. What a cutie. Oh, Cthulhu. Yeah. I don't have this one, but I'm gonna get the others. It is too bad, because 1 additional damage would be pretty nice. It would really speed it up. But Oh, and I need the last clue. Frack. Oh, for sure, Athelia. I'm gonna put the shortcut here and get the hell out. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I want to go back to these mist pylons, but I think I want to go to the others first. Is that dumb? I can just evade it again next turn. I could use the radio even to evade with... No, I'll save that for later. So, the energy no longer being forced through a small area simply vanishes into the ether. The creature screams in pain as part of its power disappears into the atmosphere, and the entire facility begins to shake. Now, obviously, I want to come back via these mist pylons, but I think I'm going to go and find somewhere else first. So I'll put down this shortcut here. It costs me 1 resource. Then I can free trigger and move to a connecting location. You're right, Cthulhu. That's true, too. Spawn a set-aside copy of the Nameless Madness at the location nearest to an investigator. But Cthulhu, I want to use... You know what? I'll put the shortcut down, but I won't use it. How's that? He wasn't on camera, Crosshair. It was okay. All right. So I haven't moved this turn. But I'll put it down, because that way this will get me out of... Well, then in that case, I may as well not put it down, right? But I need... Oh, yeah, no, because I'll just get a clue here and then move out. So I'll upkeep into Quick Thinking. That'll be nice. Can Janae move non-elite enemies? That makes sense. So she can't, like, shepherd the Nameless Madness around the map, being like, go away, go over there. So instead of placing a Doom, spawn a set-aside copy of the Nameless Madness at the location nearest to me, connected to a copy of it, but without a copy of it. So I will put the Nameless Madness here, at the Protoplasmic Pool, because I don't want to go that way anymore. Jack watches as the creature's ichor and slime kind of bubbles and oozes out from itself, venturing down the hall. The creature is going to take over the entire facility. It is only a matter of time. But hopefully there will be time to solve this trouble. No, I don't disagree, Crosshair. I think, yeah, I tend to think that, I mean, chocolates don't need to be wrapped, because when you get a box of chocolates, they're not wrapped, right? They're just on a little piece of paper. I guess to prevent them from melting into the box. We draw an encounter card. Nebulous Miasma. When you end your turn at attached location, each card you control with Sanity takes a direct horror. No. Well, I'm just not going to end my turn here. Harumph. The creature's tentacles reach out towards Jack and Janae, and they both scream, stepping back from it, trying to use the whip to make it, as... well, trying to make... Oh, am I out of music now? Yes. Trying to use the whip to drive it back. So I need to evade this thing. Then I need to get this clue so I can move to the next mist pylon. Let's do it. Evade. 6-1. I could throw in my quick thinking now to save myself an action. Could be nice. 7-1. Frost token. And a -1. We're still good. Get the action back. And I succeeded by a bunch, so I'll exhaust another Nameless Madness. We're going to investigate here. Jack's going to try to grab any sort of clues or information that he can about this mist pylon has been destroyed. Its energy has ebbed out of it, and it is now empty, essentially. But what are the creatures hoping to do by defending them? Is there some way that they are related to the energy? What can Jack discover? We'll go 6-1. Success. Get a resource. And then I'll immediately spend this clue to move into the next mist pylon. 4 shroud, 2 clues. This is a 4 combat location with 2 health. It's not bad. Free trigger. If you control the Bubbly Mug seal, which was the Danforth seal, I think, and it is activated, you unleash the seal's power. Place it on this mist pylon. For the remainder of the game, you get +1 to each of your skills while you're at a mist pylon. Holy well, yeah. One of the seals contained in Jack's backpack begins to vibrate with immense power. Oh, okay. Delia, go. Be at your game. Enjoy it. I don't know what kind of class you play or whatever, but, like, enjoy D&D. Have fun. Fuck yeah. And he suddenly feels empowered with the knowledge of how the ancient facility works. Last action. I could use, what can I do here? Last action, I could just get a clue right away, or I could just fight this. No, it doesn't do 2 damage. What I want is a 2 damage attack, or 2 clues at the same time. But I can't do it because I don't have a whip or anything similar. It's okay. Just go one at a time, just slow and steady, blowing up these things. Jack feels empowered to move towards this pylon and start dismantling it with his hands. This must be the core of the facility that he's found himself in. The hub, if you will. The place from which all power flows. Do I want to use small radio to heal? No, I don't need to. 6 to 4 this time. Yeah, I have to just do it. 6 to 4. Frost token. Cultist. Hi, Max. No, Max, Morks, I can see everyone. Okay? Here they are. Here's everyone on the stream, okay? There you go. Yeah, what a cutie. There he is. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, there's Ripley. Okay, bye-bye. Oof. Bye, Max. Right, I drew a frost and then a elder thing, which is... Or an elder thing, a cultist. If there is a seal at your location, or if it's a mist pylon, treat it as a frost token. Ah, treat it as a frost token. I'm going to cancel that frost token. I'm not going to draw another token. I'm going to spend a supply. I'm just going to cancel it, so I succeed. Gain a clue, spend it immediately, deal a damage to this pylon. Boom! Yeah, baby. Now we're getting somewhere. Jack starts pulling at the crystals at the base of this pylon as well, just going to town, trying to do what he did to the previous one, trying to knock it down. They're going to bring this facility down piece at a time. Whatever they need to do. I moved once this turn, so I'll draw a card. Ooh, it's the Archive of Conduits. Upkeep. We'll draw a Perception. Lovely. That'll be real nice, I think. And then we go to... What? Oh, no, we don't go to One Doom. We go to the Nameless Madness, which is at my location. Ah, the Nameless Madness. It's okay. It's okay. Everything's fine. We just need to kick its ass. Let me draw an encounter card. Walk, 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 walk. Find the giant albino penguin farthest from you. Either move it to your location or place a doom on it, aka summon another thing. Summon another goddamn Nameless Madness. I don't like this giant penguin. I really don't like it, to be honest. So I think I'm doing well enough. I'm going to put a doom on it instead. The horrible squawking of penguins. Somewhere connected. I'm going to put it... This is connected. It's connected this way. The horrible... It serves you. The horrible squawking of birds is heard throughout the facility, as well as the screeching and groaning of this madness, this thing, this collection of every memory and every fear and every dream that has ever been had by any human who has set foot in Antarctica. We go back to the investigation phase. What I want to do is evade this creature. It has 1 evade. And then I really want to get this last clue, blow up the seal, and then get the hell out of here. Find more clues, and eventually I'll go back along the outer ring, take out the last pylons. Yeah, seems good. Oh, this is discarded. The creatures are starting to emerge everywhere, pouring out of every crevice, being summoned by every missed pylon. We are at 6-1 evading this thing. I think we should just go for it. 6-1. Yeah, baby. If you started this round 1 or more locations away from your current location, well, I didn't. So, but I succeeded by 6 to evade all the nameless madnesses. Oh, sorry, I have +1 skill everywhere as well. So in fact, I succeeded by a bunch more. Well, 1 more. That's pretty exciting. And next, let's get this clue. I have 6 intellect. I'll commit perception to be 9, 10 to 4. Yes. Draw 2 cards. Not weaknesses. I will get the clue and then immediately spend the clue to also destroy this pylon. Feeling completely empowered. Empowered, Jack rips one of the largest miasmatic crystals from the base of this pylon, and it shudders, energy coursing, flickering like a fluorescent light until it disappears, evaporating into thin air. The creature here at the pylon screeches its displeasure. It's 2 pylons, 2 out of 5. Yeah, stop that. There we go. Yeah, Cthulhu, I was like, oh, if I put the penguin here, I can use Janae to... No, I can only use it to bring it with me. It's like so much worse. Now, I can't move into this mist pylon because I need a clue. So I will instead spend my last action lacing up my hiking boots. Balls. Should have done that. It's okay. We'll do it at the next location. Whee! We'll move along the ring to this ancient facility, which is a hallway. It's a vaulted corridor. My apologies. This is a free trigger to travel between locations, which is pretty cool. So yeah, this is interesting. So it says, free trigger, choose another vaulted corridor, test agility X. X is the number of locations away it is from this one. If you succeed, move there. Limit once per round. I feel like the greatest kind of distance between any 2 points is like maybe 4? Yeah, I think so. 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think it's about 4. And then it says, if you succeed, move there. It's a free trigger, so it wouldn't trigger attacks of opportunity, and it's not a bold move action, so I think it would just be a free move, which is pretty sweet. However, I ended my turn. I will gain a resource, and then I will upkeep into a sneak attack. The Nameless Madness is ready, and of course I put another one at my location, because they're coming for me. It's getting very scary all of a sudden. We need clues. We need to get to these pylons and destroy them. Ripley, what are you doing back there? I think we're okay. Jack shudders as he ventures into another... Ripley? Classic cats. All right, hang on. I'm gonna trick the cats for a moment. I'm gonna refill my drink and take a second to trick the cats and drive them out of here, okay? Jack is in the midst of running down corridors, racing against time to try to destroy the facility before he is overwhelmed by the beasts in the fog or whatever. We'll be right back on Doomed. I believe the boots can be very good here. What the heck? I thought I put this music back on. Oh, it's working. Okay. Hello! Welcome back to the finale of Edge of the Earth. I mean, it's the last scenario. I mean, who knows if it's the finale. Maybe Jack will just be trapped in this loop of all time. All time. For all time. It's entirely possible that at the end of this scenario, it'll be like, great, you are now the keeper of this facility. Every time you wish to play Arkham Horror the card game, instead, play this scenario again. If you succeed, play this scenario again. If you fail, you lose the campaign. The Earth is destroyed. Some bullshit like that. I don't know. It seems good. I do agree, Cthulhu. I think the boots are going to be very useful here, because I can exhaust them to after I discover the last. The game plan is evade the enemies, get the clues, move, blow up the pylons. Evade the enemies, get the clues, move, blow up the pylons. That's the plan. That's the gameplay loop, and this makes one of those things fast. So the hope is that I can do that. However, we have to start with, well, we don't have to start with evasion. We can start with the whip, baby. It's fast. After you successfully evade or attack the Nameless Madness, for each point you succeeded by, exhaust the nearest ready copy. So I may as well just evade, but I'll put the freaking bullwhip out because I think it's awesome. The madness emerges from the walls, blocking the floor in front of him. The doorway is immediately covered. Janae gasps in horror and fear. Monterey just snaps his whip on the floor. "Come and get it, you bastard," he says. Let's evade. 6-1. It's pretty good still, hey? Skull. -3 if there's an ancient one at your location. That's still pretty good, right? That's still 3-1, so I'll exhaust this copy and a copy behind me. Then we will play down the boots. And we'll evade. Or we'll investigate. We'll try to get this clue. It's very important that Jack try to move as fast as he can. All of his experience running through collapsing temples is really starting to come back to him now, and he kind of throws that joke over his shoulder. "Hey, Janae, just like that place in Egypt, huh?" She narrows her eyes. She's like, "Not funny, Jack. Just keep moving." 6-3. We'll investigate. I get +1 agility. 6-3. Good. Gain a resource with Milan. Get the clue. And I will exhaust the boots to move to a connecting location with at least one clue or a connecting unrevealed location. Well, ideally I won't go to the mist pylon yet. But I'll have to evade anyway, so I may as well just go here. I'll spend the clue, because my thought will be going sort of around the outside to the other mist pylons. 2 shroud, 3 clues. Another pylon looms before them, but Jack is not afraid. I have +1 to all my skills here. Free trigger, if you control the trident, unleash the seal's power, place it on the mist pylon. For the remainder of the game, each enemy gets -2 fight and -2 evade while it is at a mist pylon. God damn. Another one of the seals rockets out of his grasp, and suddenly the strange creatures around him begin to fade. They become slightly less real, no less terrifying, but just slightly more immaterial. Where did we start? We started at the corridor, so I will gain a resource, and then I'll upkeep into Mind Over Matter 2. Okay. An interesting choice, certainly. Instead of placing a doom, we spawn a Nameless Madness at my location. The creatures continue to rise up from the depths. They are coming out of every single part of the facility now. The facility was built to house them or to imprison it, and yet it is everywhere. This Nameless Madness isn't unreal. It is, in fact, more real than anything Jack's ever seen, and yet, somehow, that doesn't make sense either. Oh, Cthulhu, of course. I don't need these clues. You're right. Let's just fucking blow it up. I'm just gonna punch the mist pylon. Also, I don't know. It does a damage in a horror. I'm not too concerned. Oh, baby, you're right. I'll evade the creatures and then I'll whip it down. I mean, I don't even need to evade. I just need to get out of here. Oh, that's nice. It says each enemy gets -2 fight and -2 evade, but of course the mist pylon is not an enemy. So that still has 2 combat and 3 quote-unquote health. As we draw an encounter card, Crypt Chill. Test will 4. If you fail, choose and discard an asset you control. Well, it might be that time. Yes, they are. +1 will. I could commit, shortcut forewarned and watch this to be 5 to 4. It doesn't feel great. Maybe it's just time to go for it, though. I'd love to not lose. Skulls are -3. I think we can pretty much assume these are always going to be -3s. Let's actually look here, huh? We have to treat these like frost tokens. That's still a good chunk of the bag. Cthulhu, I'm going to do it. I can't believe it, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna commit shortcut, forewarned, and watch this to be 5 to 4. I don't want to lose any of this. I could lose the small radio. I'm not too concerned, but, and I'll spend. I'm showing off, but I'm definitely not gonna succeed by 1 or more. I mean, I could. We're 1 up, but I don't really care about resources either. I say fuck it. The creature surrounding this next pylon sort of rears up higher and higher until it is taking up the entire space in the cavern, and as it quote-unquote exhales, as it sort of shimmers in the light, it unleashes a wave of cold. Jack watches as it rolls towards him. Exactly, Cthulhu. 5 to 4. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 resources, please. And he as it is coming towards him, he simply holds out his kerosene lantern and breathes. Oh, baby, he breathes on it. As the heat increases inside the lantern ever so briefly, for that brief instant, the cold is dispelled around him and then immediately around his crew. As it passes through him, he just smirks, turns to Janae, and gives her a big wink. We go back to the investigation phase. Let's party. I need to do 3 damage to this pylon. I don't have to evade this Nameless Madness. I don't really care about a damage in a horror. I'm not too concerned. So let's just party. In fact, I think I can do all of these things at once, but I won't be able to move freely, but that's okay. Because I can use the bullwhip to fight at 7? My god, my boots. I'm so agile. Let's do it. I'm going to fight with the bullwhip, reaching out and striking out towards the pylon. 7 to 2? Yeah, sure. That's a success. I'll deal 1 damage to the pylon. We'll go again. We'll use the bullwhip. 7 to 2. Jack is striking furiously now. Understanding the principle behind these pylons means that suddenly they're not quite so scary. Something about them is horrible and horrifying, the immense amount of power contained within, and yet he is one man, and he is absolutely undoing this facility. We're fighting at 7-2. That's a -1, but I have to treat it as a frost token. Yeah, so I'll draw another token. That's still a success. Yes, -1, -3, -4. Still a success. Exhaust Trusty Bullwhip to do +1 damage, and we'll go to 3 damage. Crack! The mist pylon once again splinters at its base, and the miasma starts to seep out and then evaporates into thin air. The facility shudders once more. Lights throughout the facility start to blink on and off. A creature in the distance somewhere screams. I think I'm just going to move, take an attack of opportunity. Oh, no, that's stupid. Because I'm going to draw another one next turn. So instead, I don't really mind an attack of opportunity. I could play Archive. Holy shit, I could play Archive. Yeah, I'm taking I'm taking a damage and a horror. They're going on Janae, baby. I'm putting down the Archive of Conduits, which takes up a... Yeah, oh, hell yeah, Cthulhu. So, the Archive allows me to throw ley lines onto locations, and then I can action move. Because the plan is, I need a clue to get in here and here. I could teleport 2 locations near them, and then just kind of roll around. So I'll get a clue here next turn, and then I'll just fucking zap along. For now, I think we're okay. Because I maybe will call Mala, but I have 0 horror right now. I'm feeling pretty good. Famous last words here on Doomed, but the hope is that we're going to be okay. As the strange miasmatic creature starts to shimmer and flatten and then rear back towards Monterey Jack. I see what you mean. Sorry, yes, of course, Cthulhu. I'll take the horror because in the enemy phase, I'll take another damage and another horror. I understand. Yes, that does make sense because I'll use the radio to call Dire, and then Mala at some point. So I'm down to 5 health and 4 sanity. That's okay. None of these creatures are hunters. They're just assholes. I haven't moved this turn, so I'll upkeep into a breaking and entering. Lovely. The creature snakes out towards Jack and pins his legs to the ground. The whip cracks again through the air. 1, 2, driving the miasma back. With the pylon destroyed, the creature's energy seems to ebb and flow out of it. We're going to put a Nameless Madness here. Connected location. And then we'll draw an encounter card. Frozen in fucking fear. Now this is a disaster. Oof. Whoa, this might be really bad. Frozen in Fear. The first time you perform one of the following actions each round, it costs an additional action. At the end of your turn, test Will 3. If you succeed, discard Frozen in Fear. Inside the miasma, a face appears. A face that Jack hasn't seen in many, many years, and yet one that he knows intimately well. It is his father, smiling benevolently upon him. And then his father's mouth drops open into a voiceless scream. The sigil appears on his forehead, and his eyes begin to bleed. Jack is rooted to the spot. Maybe Janae can pull him out of it? Let me go back to the investigation phase. I mean, that sucks. Use the radio to heal 2 horror. That's free trigger. Okay, what do I want to do here? I want clues so I can get into the Mist Pylon and the other Mist Pylon. If I'm at a Mist Pylon, I have +1 willpower. I think I'll just evade the Nameless Madness and then investigate. And hopefully I can get rid of Frozen in Fear, but it's going to be unlikely. Oh, Crosshair, hi! Welcome back to Doomed. I was wondering. I hadn't heard from you in a while, and I was a little concerned. I'll catch you up, Crosshair, really quick. Jack has been racing about as miasmatic madness continues to pop up all over the facility. But he's collapsed 3 pylons out of 5 so far using the whip. He's just kind of like crash, crash, crash. He's been knocking it down. But now, seeing the face of his father in the fog, he's frozen in fear. Of course. Cthulhu, yes! I didn't spend 4 XP upgrading it. But if I just get clues here, absolutely correct. There you go, Crosshair. No problem. Let's break and enter. We're gonna try to get a clue here. It's 2 shroud. I don't give a shit. 6 to 2. Sorry. 6 plus 7 plus 2 is 15. Oh, good, good, good. Yes, Avery is still alive. For now. A bunch. Yay! A bunch, he says. So we will get a clue. And then it says you may automatically evade an enemy at this location. This says, after you successfully evade it, for each point you succeeded by. Well, I didn't succeed by any number of points. I just kind of succeeded, so. That's an evade. Okay. I definitely want clues here. That was an investigation test. I can also move out of here. Logical reasoning would be so good right now. Yeah, I don't want to just test Frozen in Fear. I just want to get out of here. Or I could use the ley lines. I want to do this. I really want to get to these other mist pylons, but I want to keep at least 1 clue if I can. So maybe I want more clues. So maybe I'll just get the rest of the clues here. Yeah, that's fine. Let's investigate again. Sorry, that was a successful investigation. 6 to 2. Yes. And 1 more time. Great. So we'll gain all the clues off this pylon. Jack is searching through the debris around the destroyed pylon for anything he can lay his hands on. Fragments of things from his own past keep turning up, but every time he blinks, they vanish. Ooh, it is. It costs an additional action. And I'm out of actions. I don't think I can do that. Yeah, because it says move. Balls. It'd be nice if I had gotten 1 more action. Oh well. That's my reading of it anyway, Cthulhu. Like, I have no actions left, but yeah, that's that. Whatever, fuck it. We'll fuck it. We'll try to get rid of this Frozen in Fear eventually. Come on, baby. The Frozen in Fear, of course, is Jack now can no longer see anything except his father's bloodied, screaming face. It's the end of my turn. I have 2 willpower because I'm at a pylon, and I'm testing 2 to 3. I don't have any icons, so I'll just pull. Oh! Hello! +1. I didn't move, so I don't get any bonus, but that's 3 to 3. The Elder Gods are on the side of Monterey, Jack. And I'll get rid of it. Interesting, Cthulhu. See, I would have thought... Says if I perform one of the following actions. I would have thought that moving... Ah! There you go. It's always a funky, like... Now, I will say, I'm now basing this on information that I have, based on the skill tokens, right? I'm going to not move, because if I was at a different location, I wouldn't succeed, and the Frozen in Fear would still be with me. So I'm actually going to... I'm going to not move. discard it instead, because I feel like that's nice. Upkeep readies the Nameless Madness. We draw cards, we gain resources. It's a pocket telescope. That's fine, I guess. And yep. Janae grabs Jack by the hand and starts to drag him away. And finally, Jack shakes the vision from his blurry vision. Shakes the vision from his mind. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I will say, Cthulhu, it's really annoying. Sorry, this is a total tangent. It's quite annoying, I find, in Arkham. I'm not going to say in English, because I don't know if it's different in other languages. The way that the game words things is really funky, right? It says, you know, here are the actions you can take. Yes, I can, Crosshair. Frozen in fur. It says the first time you perform one of the following actions each round, move, fight, or evade, it costs an additional action. So it's funky because that to me means anytime you move, fight, or evade, it costs an additional action. However, I'm going to go over now to the boots, which are a reaction that says after the last clue is discovered from your location, exhaust hiking boots as a cost, move to a connecting location with at least a clue or to a connecting unrevealed location. Yeah, exactly. I think that's what's so funky, because then this, IMO, these should be in bold. Right? It says each time you perform one of the following actions, bolded, move, fight, evade. Not just a card that says evade on it. Yeah, that's my opinion anyway. I'm just like, far be it from me to criticize Maxine, the creator of Arkham Horror, the card game. Maxine Newman, if you're watching this, I love your work. You're awesome. The gods have cursed me with a cough. Oh. Thankfully, I'm going to leave it because the luck of the draw was such that because I was here at a mist pylon, I was able to get rid of Frozen in Fear anyway. Get the cough curse. So we move to the mythos phase. We put another Nameless Madness down at a connecting location. I'm going to put it over here. They continue to be... What the hell was that? They continue to spew out across the facility everywhere. We draw an encounter card. Jack, I thought we talked about this. I thought the luck of the gods got us over this, buddy. What are you doing? Jack, buddy, we just discussed the fact... Hey, whoa. I didn't cheese nothing. I did that fair and square. Stupid. Classic fucking Arkham. Ugh. Okay. Well, looks like we're going to be stuck here for a while, boys. So this says bold fight. So this would cost 2 actions. Ugh. And I can no longer hiking boots out of here. Ah, frack. Now, actually, I will say, it doesn't say limit 1 per investigator. So in fact, if I hadn't cheesed it out, I would now have 2 Frozen in Fears, which is a goddamn nightmare for someone like Monterey, for someone like Yakimo. Jack starts shivering, the cold of this place finally beginning to catch up to him. What is this place? He wonders. Do we have clues? Hell yeah, we have clues. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna free trigger throw a goddamn ley line onto this mist pylon, and I'm just gonna teleport out of here. Yeah, I'm gonna evade first, which costs 2 actions. I have 7 to 1. 7, 6, 2 to 1. So I succeed at the evasion, and I succeed by one more. Ah, I can exhaust the nearest ready copy. Balls. That's too bad. Because what I want to do now is move with the ley line, which I will do to at least get me closer to where I want to be. Jack uses the whip to snap at the creature and dives for his bag, removing that precious map of all of the energy paths here in Antarctica as they map out compared to the Earth above. Come on, buddy. And he bites his tongue and starts to recite the words that will take him along these energy lines. Blink, blink. The mirage shimmers in front of him and reforms. The same scene in front of him and yet different. It is a different mist pylon. Also collapsed, but with another creature ready to strike. It's the end of my turn. I have to test Frozen in Fear. I have 2 willpower because I'm at... Oh! Right, I had +1 score, so I'll exhaust another copy. I'm at 2 to 3. Waka-cha-cha! Ooh! Ooh! No, that's fine. Boo! Enemy phase. I get punched in the face, and I take a damage in a horror. Do I need Milan anymore? I'll take the damage in horror. Because it attacked? For each point you succeeded by, exhaust the nearest ready copy. I thought you could choose Cthulhu. I was like really excited, but I evaded the one back up here. So it's the yeah. It's the closest ones. It's too bad. That'd be really nice. Jack grunts in pain as the creature slips up his leg and drives its strange claw-like appendages into him. He kicks out. Janae drags him away. I started more than 2 locations away, so I will I will draw a card and gain a resource. And then I will upkeep again into a Tekalili. Lose 2 resources twice. But that's okay, because I'm rich as hell. And I just drew the Collected Works of Poe, which has a willpower icon on it, which is quite nice. We go to the Mythos phase. I have to place a a Nameless Madness on, where's the nearest location without a copy, but connected to a location with a copy. So the nearest places are this Mist Pylon, this library, this Mist Pylon, and this one. So I have to place it here. Bleh. I didn't plan that out. It's okay. It's okay. They're spreading, but it's all right. And we draw an encounter card. Miasmatic Torment. If you control a partner, exhaust them. Attach Miasmatic Torment to them. Attached asset cannot ready. At the end of your turn, it takes a damage or a horror. Action, test, will, or intellect 3. If you succeed, discard Miasmatic Torment. The plan is still the same. Keep destroying the pylons. If Avery screams behind Jack, and he whirls around and watches as the mist invades the man's nose and eyes and poisons his blood, the veins along his face turning black in an instant. He collapses to his knees, and as Janae goes to reach for him, Jack reaches out and stops her. We're not sure what that thing does if we get too close. Perhaps we can force it from him, he says desperately. Sorry, Avery. I think Crosshair said you were destined to die, right? We're back around to us. I need to evade this creature, and then I need to move. And I have the clues, so let's do it. We're going to spend 2 actions to evade. I have 7 agility against the 1 of the creature in front of me. It's a big success. I have 8 agility, so I succeeded by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fine, sure. Who cares? I'll do that, actually. I have to remember to upkeep them. And then I will move for an action. Spending a clue to move into this new location. 5 shroud. 1 clue. If you control the S seal, you unleash the seal's power. Place it on this mist pylon. Ooh, buddy. How many pylons? Oh, how many things do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Out of 15. Ooh. For the remainder of the game, reduce the shroud value of each mist pylon by 2. Well, that's a fucking no-brainer. Another seal, in the possession of Janae this time, bursts forth from her bag and starts to hover in front of the mist pylon, in front of them. Yeah, Crosshair, you're not wrong. Basically, if I go to place a thing and I don't have any left, then I have to advance. Ooh, but I think I'm almost there. I just need to smash these last 2 pylons down. And I think we can do that. Jack yells in triumph as light floods through the facility. The pylons themselves, as they were used to seal the gate, contain a certain amount of energy, and interacting with the mist pylons provide that energy in the form of beautiful, glowing, warming light. That was my last action, was moving here. So I will draw a card, because I moved 1 location. Prothesia. Yeah, get them boots somewhere to hike, and I'll upkeep. Alrighty, all of these nameless madnesses, including the one at my location. I have to place another one. I have to place it. I can place it there. That's a connecting location. Oh, sorry, I have to test Frozen in Fear. I have 2 willpower. I wouldn't have drawn either of those. At the end of your turn... At the end of your turn. Forced happens before reaction, so I don't have either of these cards, but I will commit the Collected Works of Poe to go for... I'll put a damage on Avery. It can't ready. So I'm going to go 4 to 3, using the Poe to try to get rid of the Frozen in Fear. Avery's not ready. Oh, of course, Crosshair. Thank you. Baby! Frozen in Fear. You gone. Yes. It's 2 Frozen in Fears in a row. Holding forth the works of Poe, of Edgar Allan Poe, it starts to disintegrate dust in the air and then vanishes onto the wind as the voice of Danforth calls out from somewhere in the great beyond. Exactly. The voice of Danforth calls out from the great beyond, and it whispers words of encouragement to Jack. Strange words of madness, perhaps, but something that is still beautiful in its attempt to aid. We go to the mythos phase. I placed the thing already. And we draw a new encounter card, yeah. Ancient... Fuck you. That's fine. I mean, dark forces stir against you. So I have to place another Nameless Madness. It has to go at the nearest connecting location, so it has to go on the next location. But that's okay. That's all right. We know what we need to do. You hate to see it, but we're almost there. Avery Bud. This torment is going to continue as the man struggles to stay just awake, up on his feet. Jack hurries forth to try to undo the pylon in front of him. I want to get this clue, so I will evade to start. I have 7 evade. Sorry, 8, because I have +1 at all missed pylons. So 8 to 1 against the creature in front of me. Yeah, I don't need to do anything else. Let's do it. 8 to 1. Wow, that's a big success. So I succeeded by... I can evade 8 other copies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's actually not all of them anyway, which is wild. It's okay. Woo! Oh, you're right, Cthulhu. Of course, it has -2 evade. So I'll get one more. Doesn't really matter, does it? Second action. Let's get the clue here. It's 5 shroud. I have 6 intellect. Let's just throw in some stuff, eh? 7, 8 to 5. Frost token. Oh, right, of course it's 3 shroud. God damn. Cthulhu. Thank you. Cthulhu, I'm just like yelling numbers and you're like, those are all wrong. All of those numbers are wrong. I had 6 intellect, 7 with the +1 from being at this location. It was 7 to 3 to start. I committed 2 intellect, so it was 9 to 3. -1, -2 is still a success. Yeah, there you go. Crosshair. Absolutely. The more they overwhelm you, the faster, like the faster the doom racks up. So the more you have to kind of keep it, keep it working. So I got the clue, and I will move, spending a clue, to move into the last mist pylon location. 3 shroud, -2, 1 shroud, 2 clues. If you control the last seal, unleash this power. For the remainder of the game, whenever an investigator at a mist pylon would be dealt a damage or a horror, cancel 1 of that damage or horror. Of course, Cthulhu. No, I appreciate it. And I'm not saying like, oh, I feel stupid. It is funny to me. I will place the seal immediately. Invulnerable is how Jack would describe himself. He feels that he is invulnerable. Oh, fuck, let's go for it. We have the bullwhip. The bullwhip allows me to fight and deal 2 damage. This pylon only has 2, like, quote-unquote health, because it has a 2 clue value. Are we ready? I'm going to use the trusty bullwhip to fight for my last action. 7 to 1. I did that right this time. Sorry, 8 to 1. Damn it, I didn't do it right this time. 8 to 1. Jack rounds the corner, spies the beast, and it... No, of course, Crosshair. I hope not. 8 to 1. Huge success. We'll exhaust the bullwhip to do 2 damage. I suppose actually... Oh, yeah. Oh, shoot, I had to spend that clue to put the damage on the thing. That's fine. I had extra clues. Crosshair, I will let you know. Okay. At the end of the round. Okay, so I have to finish the round off anyway. I moved once this round? Yeah. I'll just take a resource. I don't really want to draw. I'll upkeep into cryptic writings. It's an upkeep, unfortunately. I should have drawn. What are you going to do? Avery does not ready. He, in fact, takes a horror. Ugh, sorry, Ave. Sorry, buddy. No time like the present. Bye. Everything readies. The nameless madness is everywhere. It is spreading. It is horrific. And it is growing stronger. But so is Jack. He's understood the nature of this place now. He understands that he is not from the same reality as this miasma, and therefore it doesn't operate by the same rules as him. It's the end of the round, and I'm going to advance. Act 3B, Self-Destruction. The facility shakes to its very core. Without the mist pylons powering the structure, the nameless entity that resides within is free, and its days are numbered, as are yours. The mountain groans and trembles, threatening to collapse all around you. Set all but 3 copies of the Nameless Madness aside. I will choose the ones closest to me to keep, because that seems the most fair. Pretty sure it won't matter momentarily, but I'm doing it anyway. We lose all our clues. Remove each location except the Gate of Iqua from the game. Investigators and copies of the Nameless Madness are not defeated by this effect. All other cards at those locations are discarded. Sounds good. So we'll put the Nameless Madness to the side. We'll put me to the side. Everything else, the albino penguin, is discarded. Just gonna like do this. I feel like I'm gonna mostly wait for Crosshair to return, basically. Presumably they all get spawned here. Put the 4 set-aside Titanic ramp locations. I remember when Jack was less doomed and cheesier. You're an old soul, reading. That hasn't been for a long time. I'm just joshing. Put the 4 set-aside... Ugh. Oh, he's got a camera, so it's a tourist. Ugh. Ugh, the forest was so creepy. Titanic ramp locations into play in a straight line to the right of the Gate of Iqua. Done. I will do that. Just gonna put these here. Put the 4 Titanic ramp locations into play. This was the right shout, Crosshair. Oh, hello, Crosshair. You're back. Welcome back. We're just we're putting into play 4 copies of Titanic ramp. Put the set-aside hidden tunnel into play to the right of the rightmost Titanic ramp. Okay. Everything was discarded. We knocked down the facility, and basically, Crosshair here, I'll read that little bit again for you. Without the mist pylons powering the structure, the nameless entity that resides within is free, and its days are numbered, as are yours. Everything is collapsing. Place each investigator and each remaining copy of the Nameless Madness in play at the leftmost Titanic ramp. Oh, so we're not even at the gate. It's weird, but I'll allow it. Remove the agenda deck from the game. Advance to the set-aside, the final Mirage. Sounds good. Whoa! The Nameless Madness gains Hunter. Forced. When 1 or more Doom would be put into play, instead, spawn a set-aside copy of the Nameless Madness at the leftmost investigator's location. Objective. Run. I love that. Let's just look really quickly at these locations. So we're at this Titanic ramp, which has... Oh, it's fantastic. That's exactly what I want. 3 shroud, 1 clue. These Titanic ramps all say they're connected to the locations to its left and right. Ah, I see, Cthulhu. I was like, oh, I thought we would have started at the gate, but I see what they're doing. Okay. As an additional cost to leave Titanic ramp, test agility 2. If you fail, cancel the effects of the move. Any investigator at your location may spend a clue to have you automatically succeed at this test. Okay, so you can help each other. But we're also surrounded by massive enemies. A mass of enemies. And the hidden tunnel is connected to the location on its left. Thank heaven we did not slacken our run. The curling mist had thickened again and was driving ahead with increased speed, whilst the straying penguins in our rear were squawking and screaming. Over our former trail back to the city, along ice-sunken megalithic corridors to the great open circle, and up that archaic spiral ramp in a frenzied automatic plunge for the sane outer air and lightness of day. It was the end of the round. I advanced. When 1 or more Doom would be put into play, spawn a set-aside copy of the Nameless Madness at my location. And then we draw an encounter card. Miasmatic Torment. Well, shit. Yeah. I tend to agree. Free running. This is 2 copies of Miasmatic Torment. I just want to be very clear. So now Avery's taking 2 damage or 2 horror every turn. Yep, time to go. So here's the deal. We need to evade and just run. We just need to run. That's all we need to do. We're evading at 7. Fine, again, 7 to 1. And I'm hoping to evade all of these copies. All of these nameless madnesses. Ha! Yep. Very good. Jack, feeling the temple begin to collapse, Jack rushes out into the corridor, dragging everyone behind him. He points up the ramp, which seems to stretch on forever. We have to go! Run! We can get out of here! We can beat this thing! He turns around, cracks the whip, which is crackling with a blue energy. The madness hisses and screeches as it holds back. We start to run. I lost all my clues. Right, so I could try for the clue here, and then I could hiking boots out, and we should, because I think I'll want a clue somewhere. I have 6 intellect, 6 to 3, and fuck it, I'll commit this cryptic writings, who cares? Getting shoes, baby! 8 to 3. Yes, sir. So we'll get a clue. And then the hiking boots fire, which allow me to move. It specifically says you have to test agility 2. If you fail, I cancel. But I have 7 agility, so I'll just test it. 7 to 2. Frost token, Avery. Skull, -3, so that's a total of -4. It's still a success. So Jack rushes up the ramp, up, further and further and further out of there. 4 shroud, 1 clue. I don't know why it's not spawning clues now. Has an additional cost for you to leave Titanic ramp. Test agility 1. They are hot tech. I think they're hot tech pretty much anywhere, Cthulhu. Honestly, I know there's now, because there's track shoes and hiking boots. I hope each class gets a copy of shoes. Guardians would be like combat boots, and rogues would be like dress shoes or something, and mystics would be like, I don't know, slippers. I don't know what they would all do, but like, I think it's so flavorful. Levitate shoes! Anti-gravity shoes. Let's go. I still have an additional action. I'm just going to keep running. Why wouldn't I keep running? I'm going to run again, and I'm going to test agility 1, but I'm 7 to 1. I love it. We're going to move. Whoa! 2 shroud, 1 clue, as an additional cost for you to leave. Test agility 3. But I'm all out of actions. And unfortunately, Avery's all out of time. He's taking a damage, and he's taking a horror. Because Miasmatic Torment fires twice. I'm okay with Avery not making it, but hopefully we can get it out of there before he collapses behind us. I've moved 2 locations this turn, so I'll draw a card and gain a resource. It's an offer you can't refuse. I'll lose 5. It's okay. And I'll upkeep into death. I'll upkeep into death. So I have to ready all the Nameless Madnesses. They have Hunter. I have to place a copy of the Nameless Madness at my location. So there's 1 here. And I have to draw an encounter card. We just continue to run. Lose 2 actions or shuffle the top 2 cards of the Tekulili deck into your deck. I'm not losing 2 actions. We're just getting the hell out of here. I really hope these aren't bad. A wall of mist rises up in front of Jack, and he just stuffs a handkerchief over his mouth and nose, and he shouts back to his companions, "Just run through it!" He smashes through the wall, and spinning vortex of memories and nightmares invades his mind, but he just keeps running up. And I was going to say pumping those legs, but he just keeps running up the hill. We go back to the investigation phase. We're going to evade, and then we're going to keep running. Evade at 7 to 1. Yeah. It's Big success. Which is good. Then we're going to walk once. Oh, sorry. As an additional cost to leave, test agility 3. I have 7 agility. Feels good, guys. Yeah. Look at this. Lots of zeros. Crosshair. Agnes was right. Agnes was right. Oh. This is a 1 shroud, 1 clue location, and it says test agility 4. The last part is obviously the steepest part. I think I can just do it. I don't see why I can't. Last action. I'm going to move again, but I'm testing 7 to 4 this time. -1. Success. I can move. And I reveal it. If each undefeated investigator is at the hidden tunnel, advance the act. Act 4B, Nameless Reckoning. You emerge from the tunnel, daylight blinding you as the sun peeks out from behind the jagged mountaintops in the distance. Behind you, the entity rushes toward the exit. You prepare yourself for the end. The wall of mist, miasma, and madness feeling much like an oncoming train. Check the campaign log. If all 5 mist pylons were collapsed... Oh, for sure, Cthulhu. Like, I think it's tougher when there's... Potentially when there's multiple enemies and when people aren't good at agility. You have to spend the clues to help them out, and, like, they each have to be helped, but... Jack is quite good at this sort of thing, I do agree. Does Dr. Kensler have a plan? No. The truth of the mirage eludes you. Resolution 2. Suddenly, a droning hum emerges from the tunnel, and hope renews in your heart. You take flight from beneath the archway as bright blue... It was the end of my turn, but I was at the hidden tunnel. So let's say, Crosshair, here's the thing, and I'm very happy for... Oh! That's fun, John. Well, I don't remember giving Teen Wolf the movie permission to advertise on my channel. Hello, John. Welcome to Doomed. I hope you're doing well, feeling well, etc., as they say in Italy. Crosshair, here's the thing. So the objective advanced the act. However, it is also the end of my turn. So I would say that he would take an additional damage and additional horror, and Avery is probably going to be dragged back down the ramp by the miasma. And I'm going to suggest that hopefully this doesn't impact the final resolution, but I'm going to propose that we do indeed lose Avery at the end of all things. Super brutal. That's what I'm going to propose. You take flight from beneath the archway as bright blue cracks spread rapidly along the walls. Without the pylons, the integrity of not just the facility within the mountain, but the entire city is compromised. Oh god. The icy floor cracks open. The cyclopean architecture of the alien city begins to sink into the snow. This might be your burial place. But at least you will take this entity and the rest of the damnable city with you. You have Nanaimo! You mother... Nanaimo bars, for those not in the know, are a Canadian dessert, I assume originating in the city of Nanaimo, BC, or at least named after the city of Nanaimo, BC. They are square... When I've made them, they've had a sort of coconut-y base, and then a layer of often like mint icing, and then like a hard chocolate layer on top. I'm not describing them very well, but they are fucking delicious. Yeah, exactly, Cross. Or at least mine had a coconut in them. Yeah, there you go, Cthulhu. Yeah, Jack was like, no, you're not going to make it, Avery. He's like, yeah, I'm right here, it's fine. And they just knocked him back into the thing. Then you hear it. The roaring of an engine of an aeroplane overhead. The last of Takata's 3 planes soars over the city, and familiar shouts echo throughout the ancient ruinous streets. There they are, by the tunnel! Quickly! 2 sledges slide into view, pulled by the remainder of the dogs Elia left at the barrier camp, and manned by several members of the crew of the Theodosia. You cannot hold back your surprise or joy at the sight. They motion frantically for you to join them, their gazes fixed on the collapsing mountain. One of the crewmates explained that they fixed up the last of the aeroplanes and decided to look for you. Use it to look for you, yeah, even knowing the risks. When we spotted you entering that huge cavern without most of your gear, we thought you might need a rescue. Didn't expect that to be quite so literal. Oh, good. Delicious, John. It's so good. You're making, right? You're not... You might be ordering them from somewhere, too, but I imagine you're baking. So good. You tell him his timing couldn't be more perfect. Together, you race off into the foothills as the city collapses into the ice behind you. The moment you make it back to the ice shelf, you tell the crew to prepare for departure. You barely even break down the barrier camp. It doesn't matter anymore. All that matters is getting out of this place with your lives intact. And with all the evidence you found, of course. The voyage home is quiet and peaceful, but your thoughts are anything but. To this day, you wonder about the true nature of the entity you encountered within the ancient Elder Thing facility. You have no idea what you're going to tell the greater academic community when you return. Your actions have ensured none can study or explore that nightmarish city ever again. But what of the Elder Things? Will those that survive remain in hiding? Or will they, like you, choose to learn more about this new age they find themselves in? Only time will tell. Until then, you can rest easy. There we go, perfect. Until then, you can rest easy, knowing that the creature that dwelled beneath the ice cannot possibly have survived. The air shimmers around your pen hand as you put the final touches on your notes regarding the expedition. Yes, it is finally over. Right? The facility was destroyed. In your campaign log, record the survivors of the expedition were, and list the names of each member whose name is not crossed off, along with each surviving investigator's name. So, oh, here, I'll do it this way. I'll put it in the killed and insane investigators section. Jack, Professor Dyer, Dr. Sinha, Rolled. I should know them all from memory. Elia. And I'm missing one. Nope. That's it. God damn. It's heavy. Each investigator earns experience equal to Victory X. We earn 10 bonus experience as they have saved reality from an unspeakable fate. Each investigator suffers 1 physical and 1 mental trauma as they never truly recover from their ordeal. That's 3 and 3 for Mr. Jack. Not great. The investigators win the campaign! Huzzah! Well, Paximo, I mean, lived, yes. It's hard to put, numbers on things like, on concepts like sanity, but if I had to, Professor Dyer has only 2 of his 6 sanity left. Let's just say the things he's seen, I don't think he's going to be teaching at the Miskatonic University anytime soon. We did lose 5. Heavy, guys. Hey! Well, hell, guys. That's it. That was Monterey Jack through Edge of the Earth. Edging the Earth. Edges of the Earth. It did go exactly, Paximo. NBD. You probably go and, just sympathize. What's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, you probably go and talk about it. Oh God, Cthulhu, there's an epilogue? Jesus Christ. Whee! Oh my goodness gracious! Woo! Check the campaign log. In order. Read each of the following entries. Only if we won and if they survived. Oof. Oof! Oh no, if Rold and Avery both survived. Oh no, if Dr. Kensler and Mala survive. Oh no, if Professor Dyer and Danforth survive. Oh no, if Hiroko and Cookie survive. Oh no. If Elia and the investigators are the only survivors. That's not even true. Oh my God, there are other survivors. Oh no, and that's it. Things they started doing in the Return to, which they've now included in the campaigns generally, are little achievement lists, which is cute. I'm curious if I hit no epilogue for us. Oh no, Crosshair. He's dead. Let's just see if we got any of them. Safe bet. Camp at a location with a shelter value of 8. We absolutely did, because that was the best place, I'm pretty sure. Recover all 7 supplies. No. Finish Fatal Mirage with 9 story cards. No. 10 or more keys. No, but it was close, I think. Place all the seals. No. Simultaneously exhaust all 15 copies. Collapse all 5 mist pylons and escape with your life. Did that? Check. Draw 10 copies of Tekalili during a single game. Sorry, I'm all out of dog puns. Play a wooden sledge from a backpack and immediately use its ability to attach a backpack to it. Use Dire to heal horror from Danforth. Wuk Wuk Boom. Use Dynamite. 8 frost tokens. 0 frost tokens. Never bring a partner asset. Lol. I'm sorry, Cthulhu. Avery's dead. Bring the same partner with you in each scenario. Ensure that they confronted their demons and win with them still alive. Nope. There and back again. Win with the following survivors. Well, we got a few of those. And then there's ultimatums and expert, which we will not ever be doing, except if I do a sort of achievement hunter thing. One of the big Arkham podcasts, Mythos Busters. I was going to say Mythos Hunters. Mythos Busters. Had a series for a while. One of the Mythos Busters running a series called Achievement Hunter. That Mythos Buster is now one of the lead designers on Arkham. Lol. So he's no longer doing stuff on the podcast. But I always loved Achievement Hunter. It's specifically, get all of the achievements in as few playthroughs as possible. So you construct your deck specifically to be like, okay, how can I get, 90% of them in this run and then the last 10% in the next run kind of thing. Tony Tugabota and the Peyote. Could be a good time. Oh, for sure, Crosshair. No, the lead designer of Arkham Horror, the card game, MJ Newman, Maxine, who has now moved on from Arkham onto another project at FFG, which is currently secret, which is pretty wild. Yeah, it's wild to me that that's possible, but there you have it. So, I'm really looking forward to it, because the thing is, what if it's like a Netrunner LCG? I die. Sorry, another Netrunner LCG, I should be clear. What if it's a Netrunner, co-op thing? It'd be pretty cool. Okay, I'm done talking about that. Monterey Jack, did he find out everything about his father? No. Did he survive? Yes. Did he lose people? Hell yeah. But he's come away with a greater understanding of himself, his power, his ability to survive, and a greater understanding about the world around him. Hit me up, Crosshair. I'll keep introducing other... Oh, yes, of course, Crosshair. Thank you. Eldritch Cyberpunk. Right, so, thank you, Crosshair. Let's go. Oh, it's the last card in my discard pile. Boop. I will put this here, and then I will go and find advanced weaknesses. Cursed fate. There we go. Let's look. Offer you cannot refuse. What? What the hell is he talking about, Paximo? Lose 5 resources. If you cannot, instead remove it from your deck. Search the collection for Fine Print. Fine Print. Your scarlet signature drips from its surface. Lose 7 resources. If you cannot, instead, remove Fine Print from your deck, search the collection for Sell Your Soul, and place it in your discard pile. To be clear, placing it in your discard pile means that you can't draw it on that... right at the top? maybe? I'm not actually sure. It kind of looks like a pen. I mean, how brutal is this art, though? It's like spikes on it and shit. Because it goes in your discard pile, you're not likely to see it again, that scenario, unless you're, you know, right at the end of your deck. Let's have a look at Sell Your Soul. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, the pen was here, and then the pen's maybe up there. It's changed. Sell Your Soul. Just fire. Lose 10 resources. If you cannot, your dark patron tears your consciousness from your body. You are driven insane. Insane, much like killed in Arkham, means your investigator is done. You, the player, can continue playing the campaign, but in the next scenario, you need to select a new investigator and start with 0 XP. Unless you house rule it, whatever. Those are the rules as written. One way or another, the debt shall be repaid. Yeah, I don't disagree, Cthulhu. Ironically, I'm not actually sure if I would ever take Doomed on this channel. Ironically. I'm gonna also just find Doomed, just for funsies. Crosshair, if you haven't seen this, here it comes. Doomed. Take a horror. In your campaign log, record that Doom approaches. If it's already recorded, remove Doomed from your deck, search your collection for Accursed Fate, and place it at the bottom of your deck. So, you get it the first time, you take a horror, and you write Doom approaches. The next time you get it, you take a horror, you go to the campaign log, it already says Doom approaches, so you switch this out for Accursed Fate and place it at the bottom of your deck. Accursed Fate. Take 2 horror. Yeah, for sure, Crosshair. Record that the hour is nigh. If it was already recorded, search the collection for The Bell Tolls and place it on the bottom of your deck. So again, take 2 horror, go and write the hour is nigh. Nothing happens, really. But then you go again. Oh, I have to flip this and take The Bell Tolls. The bell tolls. The hour of your demise has arrived. You are killed. Now, obviously, I love this. I think this is awesome. Like, it's awesome design, but it's obviously horrendous. I love the art, too, right? Someone who's sketching their future. They're sketching, like, oh, I keep seeing this vision of a churchyard. Oh, and it's out here, isn't it? This is the way. And then you find the place, and it's your own grave. Right? But exactly, Cthulhu. This is the thing. Now, of course, you might get lucky. And of course, you might be playing a deck that has extra cards in it, or you might not draw a lot. But what if it's on top of your deck every time? You're just going to be killed. It's pretty brutal. Whereas at least Offer You Cannot Refuse, which we saw in this campaign, I got very lucky and I never had fewer than 5 resources at a time when I drew this. That was pretty lucky. But is also a thing. So, we will see if I ever take Doomed, ironically, on a Doomed campaign. So I'll put it back in the list. Ooh, actually, somewhere in here is the Rogue weakness. Where is it? These are all the ones I haven't had yet on Doomed. Oh, did I already take it out? Yes, I must have. Survivor Science. Yeah, I did. Whew. Doomed Charon. Oh boy. Oh god. Crosshair. Good lord. Oh my god. All right. Thank you for the reminder. I would have totally forgotten. Well, that about does it for me on Doom today. Thank you so much for joining us. Of course, stay tuned to the Discord because we'll be starting another campaign of Doom at. Whoa! We'll be starting another campaign of Doomed at some point. Crosshair will have to talk about when exactly. I'm not sure if it'll be next week, but you can trust Discord to tell you all. Much like the miasma at the edge of the earth. I'm not quite sure what tomorrow's stream will look like for RPG Clinic, if there will be one. Please stay tuned to the Discord. We will absolutely let you all know what we have planned as we approach our next campaign, which you may have seen teased already on the Discord. If you haven't, check it out. It's in the general channel. Kate posted a nice tease, which is very fun. This is me anyway. Thank you, John. Thank you all, actually. How am I in first? Tony Tukaboda. If you have any comments, thoughts about Doomed, about my streams, about my channel, my YouTube channel, or about what I should play next on Method Madness or on Doomed, hell, shoot me a message on Discord. Post a message to my channel. I'm Biff the Boss in there. We have a good time in my channel, don't we, guys? Thank you, Cthulhu. Thank you, Crosshair. John, Paxima, we had Reading in the chat. We had Saren Zero in the chat. We had Thelia earlier. Disgusting, but awesome. It was awesome, awesome, wonderful people. Thank you all so much for joining me. I'm going to catch you around next time on Doomed, whenever that is. And hopefully, we can survive yet another encounter with the mythos on Doomed. See you next time. Bye.